We've just had the new Ping 430 turn up, so I thought I'd do a very quick review on it for all you Ping fans out there, or maybe anyone considering a new set of clubs. The G4 series, it was obviously the 425, sits very much on the forgiveness side of things, power and forgiveness and straightness. As you can see, very similar to the 425. Back obviously looks a little bit different. I've got a real, what I call a PDR flex in the back of it, which basically gives you great feel, but obviously gives a real trampolini effect off the club face. So if you're looking for power and forgiveness, this is definitely the club for you. Compared to the 425, when I first looked down at it, it's a slightly longer club face than the 425, a little bit more like the G Max. I don't know if you can remember the G Max. Looks like they've taken a lot of technology from that and brought it into the 430. It's probably a little bit more offset, the club head from the leading edge of the shaft, than the 425, which then leads me to think that it's going to possibly hit the ball a bit higher. The sole looks maybe a little bit deeper, which again shows there's probably a bit more weight down the base of the club. It's going to again help hit the ball high, but obviously it helps with turf interaction. So if you're going to hit the ground possibly a little bit ground first, this is going to really help scoot through that possibility of catching the ground first and duffing the ball. It's going to help glide through that problem. So yeah, real confidence giving look to the club as I put it down on the floor. I'm testing it here with a stiff standard Ping AWT2 shaft. So I thought I'd give it a couple of hits and give you my 2 pennies worth. So first shot of the day, which I'll show you again on the screen in a moment. It's flown 171, 181 in total. Yeah, come off the club head quite hot. Feels nice off the club head though, that's the main thing. That's what can tend to disappear when you go to an oversized club head, is that feeling of a solid strike or sweet, soft strike when using an oversized club head. It's an interesting one. A little bit off the bottom. Still flown 169 with not my best strike. And again, I'll show you the results in a moment. Let's just go over one more. Hit that one pretty solid. 178, 188 total. Feels lovely off the head. Caught one slightly skinny and then dropped down to 169. So yeah, first impression is very, very good. Just turn you around and show you the results. So that last shot you can see, numbers on the bottom, 178, 188 carry, 1.38 smash. Launching fairly high, but that's what the club's designed to do. But most importantly, not too much spin there. You can see on the spin column there, yeah, sort of around about that 5,000 revs. So even though it's high, it's not spinning too much, which is what can tend to happen if you're playing a downland course like ours. The last thing you want is the club or the ball to be loaded with too much spin, climbing up into the wind. Let's just quickly click onto a results there. So the last 3 shots there I hit with the Ping, where you can see 171, 169 was slightly clean, and the 178 was a real solid strike of all fairly similar club head speeds. But yeah, with a solid strike, we're getting some huge ball speeds. But the good thing is when I caught it slightly clean, not solid at all, I only lost a few yards, maybe half a club in, maybe 3/4 of a club in distance, which is great news. So, initial verdict, much more forgiving than the 425, but more powerful as well, which I think is going to suit a lot of people's sort of priorities when buying a club. But at the same time, it's not too chunky, but gives you plenty of feel. So what would I give this out of 10? In its category, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Very good. That's only with the standard shaft as well. I haven't played about trying to fit it to myself too much. So yeah, if you fancy it, come and give it a try. Book online or pop into the shop at the Dyke here and we can get you set up with a nice new set of Ping 430s. See you soon.